This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
This is my affirmation that I'm doing something right, and I never met my grandfather. His name was Reverend Ned Taylor. Thank you. Well, I met him, but I don't know. I was 3 when he died. But my grandfather pastored 4 churches in Pike County. And one of them, Society Hill Baptist Church, was bombed. And my grandfather was arrested and taken to jail for bombing his own church. The people who did that were never brought to justice. And they bombed his church because he allowed the Freedom Riders to come and meet at his church. And he defied all reasoning around him. He was a man of courage. He was someone who was not afraid. Now, apparently there is something in the DNA in my family, because it didn't just stop with my grandfather. My mother was kicked out of Alcorn State University for leading a protest about Alcorn policy that was injurious to African Americans and African American students. And she went to Georgia and she worked for the student SNCC, sorry. So my mother unceremoniously told me this a couple of summers ago. She told me she got kicked out of school, but she never told me why she got kicked out of school. So I know that I'm here standing on their shoulders. I know that I'm here because there's something in my blood that keeps me running and makes me want to run on. And I don't even know why I'm doing it, but I know that I have to do it. I just want to say this briefly. Dr. Carthen, would you please stand? Dr. Carthen was on that bus that went to Birmingham a couple weeks ago, and they stood out in a tornado, basically, in pouring tornadic rain in front of the Southeastern Conference headquarters to call attention to the fact that so many conferences, so many unions, so many corporations all around this country, including the NFL, including our own Congress, including our own president, I'm sorry, because that flag hangs on top of the Capitol building in D.C. Now, how can we tell Donald Trump to disavow the KKK when the flag of the KKK hangs on the Capitol building? I ask you, how can we do that? So if we're going to say to this man, this strong man, this fool, that he needs to disavow the KKK, we as a nation, have to disavow this flag. Now, this is what I hear. It's just a flag. It's just a flag. We've all heard what these people have been saying all night long. It is not just a flag. It is a sign. It is a sign. It is a sign that says, life is cheap if you are not white, if you are not straight, and if you are not male. It is a sign that says it is a license to kill. It is a license to kill. And it has no place in our society. It has no place in civilization. So it is not our flag. And Dylan will prove that last summer. This was a young man. This ain't no old man who did that. This was a kid who did that. A kid. It is a license to kill, and therefore it is all our responsibility to stand up and do something about it. So you will hear me say all kinds of things in the next coming weeks, because I'm going to be challenging our president, who so gloriously stood up when he gave the eulogy for Clementa Pinckney last summer, and disavowed the KKK, and disavowed everything that it stood for. But if you're going to be a man of action, be a man of action, and we all know that he is. I love Barack Obama. But what he has to do is say, okay, yes, I disavowed it, but they were words. We need action. We need action. And we need our president to send a bill to Congress and take that flag of the KKK off the Capitol building. Folks, yes. Okay, now I've said all that. Thank y'all so much. I cannot tell you. I came here today and I was on that plane. I'm not a good flyer, but I was like, I'm coming home to get this. I thank you so much. I want to acknowledge my boyfriend, Stan Jones, who's here with me tonight. This is for my grandfather, this is for my mother and my whole family in Pike County. Thank y'all so much.
Good stuff.